Welcome back to the Worldz Book Club. I am losing. I've got something in my throat. I am Beyond Joe.
And I'm Stephen. It was good because it gave me time to have some of my vape. So, where we're absolutely not promoting smoking of nicotine products. I am an addict, and you shouldn't be.
Well,
sorry, I just have to do a disclaimer just in case.
Disclaimer. No, it was all good. We get these disclaimers in. It is time again. We're doing back-to-back book clubs. We said that probably was going to happen at the end of the last one, seeing as you'd already read the book by that point, I think.
Oops.
And so this week we're discussing The Legend of
The Legend
by
of
Aaron N. Hall, I want to say. Oh God, I hope that's right. Yes. Yeah. But before we get into that, what's the next project?
We're back in the dungeon already, basically. And so we sort of like pushed plans forward for the Dungeon Crawler Carl, because you still got a couple books to read.
Yeah.
I think you got 3, including the one you're on.
Yeah, so like 2.5 now.
Yeah, cool. So in that case, I'll make my book the one afterwards, and then we'll just carry on reading, and then we can do...
Yeah.
Because that one afterwards is actually one of my favorite. That one's hilarious, and that's got some real twisty, plotty stuff in. So that one will be a cool one to discuss.
Cool.
Because which see which one that one's actually called.
If you haven't gathered from that, we are rereading revisiting Dungeon Crawler Carl / some of us reading it for the first time. Lots of slashing. It's Dungeon Crawler Carl. That's what you get.
This one will be the Eye of the Bedlam Bride.
Nice. And this is with the reason being that the new book comes out in May. So it'd be really nice to be able to read it as it comes out. Have a first Beyond Worldz Book Club up to date thing.
Yeah, book that's just come out and we're super excited for.
Yeah,
it's going to be awesome, bro. Like, little bits of the future stuff are flashing into my head already.
Fun. Ooh.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to reading book 7 again, and book 6. Book 6 and 7 book 5 is awesome, but 6 and 7 get super deep.
So yeah, we will discuss. We'll probably break it down into maybe 2 episodes. One half, one the second half.
Yeah, or a trilogy or something. Or
then we'll see how we go. But we're going to be talking about Dungeon Crawler. We love it. It's amazing. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. But for this week, Donut, we are something a lot lighter, something a lot different, something very different to anything that we've read, I think, on Book Club. Not maybe in style, but not style.
The closest
setting,
thing I can think to it is or the Orconomics one.
Yes.
Because
to a degree.
Yeah, like that, but it's not. But that, to me, was the closest. Because, they're both so... Orconomics was a little bit more tricky, but they're both so simple. We've gone to some really complicated... Well, not really complicated, but, complex plots and intrigue and mystery.
Subplots on subplots.
And this just wasn't. And Orconomics is a little bit, but it's not. It stares you right in the face the whole time.
So what we're sort of saying, Legend of Art is a really easy read. Super nice, super simple.
That's the exact word I'd use for it. Nice. It just really was a nice read. A
descriptor that I've read since reading it, which retrospectively fits for me, is people have said it's very similar to Adventure Time or a Cartoon Network show. Just something that is a cartoon series that you can just watch, enjoy. Each little thing is
it could be on in the background.
Yeah. Each scenario is like an episode, and then it comes to an end. It doesn't have that. I kind of had PTSD from some of the books that we read, where I kept being like, "What's going to happen? Oh, that waffle wizard, he's going to be a real asshole. Something horrible is going to happen here." And
it did for the first couple of bits, up until we met Sandy Brambleton, I was expecting some nonsense going on. But when everything just kept going so simply, they faced the problem, they overcame it. They faced the problem, they overcame it. I was like, oh, no, this is just going to be this. Okay, cool. And then as soon as it was out of my mind and I wasn't expecting anything, I finished it. I was like, oh, sweet, nice. Okay, I'm at the end. Joe, sorry.
So this book follows Dashing Junior.
Yes.
The son of Sir Dashing, which is a great name for a knight, who is just that. He's Dashing. He is the most famous knight in the kingdom. He's defeated many dragons. He's incredibly respected, so well respected that they've decided they want to knight him again. He needs another knighthood. He's that amazing.
Right.
But they can't knight him twice. That's not legal. So what they're going to do is knight his son, an honorary knightment, but it's really for him. Yeah. And that's Sir Dashing Junior, who is quite resentful for that.
Yeah, he was at the start. He definitely feels in his dad's shadow, doesn't he?
Yeah,
he wants to be a knight. Is very stuck in his little like bubble.
Yeah,
doesn't understand a thing. He doesn't seem like too closed-minded at the beginning or anything. It's not that doesn't seem willing to be outside his bubble, but I think because of his dad, he has been in that bubble and in that shadow. So he is a little bit resentful for it, but still does appreciate his dad. Yeah, at that point.
So he never
resentful of his dad. He's just
dad.
Resentful of the situation.
And he understands that that's not his dad's doing. Like you said, it's the doing of the townsfolk. He does hate the townspeople, though. He hates them. He thinks they're a bunch of dirtbags. He's very self-conscious and really cares about what other people think of him and that sort of thing. And decides that he's going to go on a quest. He talks with his dad, and they decide that he should go on a quest. The easiest quest to
earn his knighthood, right?
Yeah, his worthiness of his knighthood. So, he goes on a quest for the amulet of the goddess.
The amulet of
Yeah. And now I'm very curious what that could be after finishing this book. But that's this as simple as it is. They go, and so he gets a party of people.
He gathers up some misfits. Don't they meet Steve first? I was well happy there was a guy called Steve.
Steve's amazing.
Because they have to go. He has to get sign off from the priests, and Steve was the priest that was going to go with them to make sure they get there. And super loud, like had been hit on the head. Loud priest, that was cool.
Can't control his volume, so he just shouts constantly, and that makes the orcs love him though, which is sorry spoilers, but it's fun. The other party members is Riley, I think is the name, one of his best friends. Francis is the orc.
And Riley sort of comes along right before they're about to leave.
Yeah. So he asks to come along. She asks her dad, who says no, but they come along anyway. They get into many scrapes along the way of the journey.
So meet a cat riding gnome.
Try to bring Riley back to her dad. Someone very, very important to the story who, we won't get into too many spoilers, just this side of the first half. But the guy called the Waffle Wizard, really key to the story. Incredible character. First time I met him, I was extremely confused. Last time I met him, I was just as confused, but I loved it, so it didn't matter.
He was just like he played he was a weird role.
But
almost like he was testing them to buy those waffles.
Yeah, but that's it. So that's why, to begin with, again, my PTSD, I was like, this guy is poison, something bad's gonna happen.
I was thinking like the dungeon AI, and it was going to be like chaos waffles. They weren't going to do what he said they were going to do, or they would just be normal waffles. Because you were eating food, you were getting health, like Skyrim style. Because he was doing references. I was like, I wonder if it's like they heal you because you're eating them.
So that's the story though. This ragtag bunch go on a quest and have adventures, and that's it. Lessons are learned along the way and characters develop, which is great. but we haven't really got to what did you think about the book. We talked about what it is and how simple it is and how quickly
Yeah,
you read
like I
through
said,
it.
I thought it was like I think it was nice. Like it was a nice story. It was done and over quick. It was simple. It wasn't badly written. Um, I thought like the character naming conventions were a bit weird. Until
Yeah.
like with Francis, up until we met the orcs and like his whole little backstory was explained, and I was like, okay, that's fine.
Frock.
Um, yeah, it just that not took me out of it, but yeah, the regular when you got Sir Dashing Junior, and then you got Francis Riley and Stephen and Steve. I'm like, all right, okay. Um, so yeah, it was nice. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Like you say, yeah. When as you said with the Adventure Time thing analogy, like I can see that. I hadn't thought that, but saying that, yeah, I can see that sort of thing.
Yeah. In I felt a bit weird with it because I think I was half expecting something else to happen the whole time. Like I wasn't really paying attention to what was happening, if that makes sense. So when I was able to sit with it a bit, I realized that I liked it more than I did when I first read it. Because when I first read it, I was a bit underwhelmed, maybe, just because of the amount of things that people talk about it. But again, I think it's because I was expecting it to be something that it wasn't. And as soon as I started to appreciate it for what it was, I was like, oh, actually, you know what? This is good.
Yeah, like I said with the Sandy Brambleton thing and that little reference, and there was a bunch of like hella Cosmere references in that chapter. Like, oh, there was something about radiant somethings, and one of there's a group in his series called the Knights Radiant. I'm pretty sure there was someone wearing white that let them into. It was a reference to another character from one of the Stormlight books, and yeah, and they describe like Sandy Brambleton, the character, how they described his face is Brandon Sanderson. So like it was just like no doubt. I was like, oh, that was cute. Because he just couldn't stop writing, and one of like the jokes in like the Cosmo community is that he just doesn't stop writing because he just keeps bringing out these massive fucking books. Like, how the hell do you write that much, man? Like, it's ridiculous. Yeah. So when I got to that point, and it was all just, I was expecting something more there that would like divert the story, but then when it just sort of like carried on and everything was fine, and they just, oh, okay, and he just like, oh, cool, oh, maybe I'll do some magic, and things just were nice, kept being nice. I was like, oh, cool. So I think I might have had that little revelation that you had after, like during, and that's why, like, after that point, like I said, I'm pretty sure I finished like 4 hours later, or something like that.
There is a sequel, and I would definitely like to read that at some point. I'm curious what that could be. I guess another quest, but let's just get into some spoilers. Because I was so confused about the bra at the end. It just massively threw me, and then I was like, "Oh, it's just a bra. It's just what it is."
Yeah, I don't feel like any of those artifacts actually would have done anything. They were just stuff that people found. So weird.
The twist at the end when the townsfolk or the mayor sort of thing is calling him a liar and is saying like, "There's no way you'd have got that. Like I don't believe you. No one's ever done it. It's not true." Even though his party's all agreeing with it, they've all seen it. And the way that his dad then sticks up for him was incredible. Like it was such an incredible father-son relationship, and it was so touching and so
it was
special.
Cute that it developed while they were apart. Like he just grew nice, to. I bet as a dad, you fucking loved it. It probably hit you more than it did me. I could appreciate it, and I was like, oh yeah, I can see him growing as a character and appreciating everything that his dad has actually done for him, and the encouragement that he was getting back when he didn't think he would get it, sort of like broke his bubble, and he then was really, really able to grow, and that was cool. It was sweet to see. Yeah,
and that's why the idea of a sequel was quite exciting to me, because his character, Junior's, that development was it was top notch. Like you could see that from the first chapter to the last, that he was a totally different character, for the better. Like it, and he gets the girl, which is always nice. There's the little.
Yeah, I feel like that was a little awkward still. That didn't really feel particularly natural to me. It not felt unnecessary, but felt a little unnecessary. But again, I could see this more as a like YA book, so YA teen book, than something like we are saying to read Demonata and the Darren Shan books. To me, I would put it with them.
Okay.
But yeah, because I don't know, it felt like teeny and angsty, and I don't know, it didn't feel particularly natural, that to me.
That's fair enough.
Not that it wasn't bad. I mean, teen romance is teeny and angsty and like a bit icky to adults, right? So that might just been why that was my reaction to it. But,
Well, that's something that I do think would potentially end at the start of the next book. That's just how I see it, because I don't think that the relationship was ever an important part of the story. That's maybe why it also didn't feel.
It was just like little points.
Yeah,
I don't know, because it was sort of trying to lean into stereotypes and tropes.
Yeah,
like if he was going to go for that route and have it be serious, I feel like it sounds bad having the guy save the girl, but he should have saved the princess. I know she's not the princess because she's the ranger or whatever, but she typed as the princess as well for the stereotypes and archetypes sort of shit. So, yeah, I could see that happening. It just it didn't work.
Yeah.
So this is as you say, this was like Adventure Time. This was season 1. Yeah, season 2. He's gonna find another girl and she'll be jealous. I guarantee, that's how it will go. And then book 3 or book 4 down the line, they'll be like, "Oh, Welly, I do love you. GJ, I do love you. Yeah," something like that. That's how I see it.
Yeah, fair enough.
Or DJ being too possessive and Riley being like, "Nah, girl, just leave me alone." I can see that.
I really did enjoy the different quests they went on, like how massively night and day they each were, and that each of them had one of them sort of get a spot in the sunshine, if you like. Is just like they sort of said, it's very rote, but it works. I like that they were very, very different, and like the noodle cult.
Yeah, that was quite funny.
And how Steve was the hero. He just went absolutely mental because he'd had to hold in his love for his own goddess. Just was like this sweet guy, just murderous rage. He went postal, man.
Yeah, just a fucking lightning finger gun. That was definitely an Avatar reference, right? During the lightning firebending. That was definitely that. It was like that was funny.
That was just amazing. And as well, because the whole way DJ was trying to figure out a way out and he couldn't, and thinking that everyone was relying on him. And that was another situation where I was like, no, you've got a whole party of people to help you out.
Yeah, he was in his own head quite a lot and thinking, oh, this is my quest. I have to do everything. No, bro. Yeah. That's why you got the big guy and that's why you got the priest. So you don't have to do everything. You still have no idea what you're doing. But kudos for trying.
And then one of the totally random ones, was it goblins with the riddles?
Oh, yeah. And then just killing the king and being like, oh, sweet, nice.
It was just, and again, it was just so stupid because I was expecting, just like they were, the riddles to be Ridley, and it was just
questions, right?
Like,
what is this?
Comes after Monday, Tuesday.
Yeah. How did you know that? What? Oh, okay.
But again, it's a fun way of doing it because it's stupid, but it worked, and it worked in it. Another way I've heard someone describe it is like first D&D campaign, where it's just you learning the ropes of what Dungeons and Dragons is.
That's a good description.
We talked about him a bit, but the Waffle Wizard and the fact that he's a known entity, like other people have met him. And he just gives out healing waffles and bits of quest advice. And it's such a random
when
character.
He is sort of very Gandalf. Like when the wizard turns up, shit's gonna happen, and the wizard turns up when to let you know. You're like, yeah, okay, like, yeah, you're on the right track. Keep coming this way. Oh yeah, you found me again, did you? Here, buy some more waffles because you're about to get fucked up. Yeah.
The introduction as well, and this is where I went, oh, okay, this is what this book's going to be like, where he shoots Francis through the shoulder with a crossbow. So Francis gets shot through the shoulder, and I thought that was going to be like rage, everyone's going to be fighting, shit's going to go down. And he was just like, and now eat my waffle. He said, he's like, back to health, and everyone's just happy and clapping. I was like, wait, what the fuck? Just shot the guy.
The waffle worked though, so why not?
And just little details about how when you put a waffle in a bag, it retains all its waffliness, and even the warmth remains.
They were magic waffles, right?
It's just very magic. There's also the twist at the end with this book. So we say it's very straightforward, but there are twists. They're just very straightforward twists, if that makes sense. Like I kind of saw this one coming, that they were going to get turned around and end up in the bad temple.
Oh
temple
yeah,
of the Brazier.
Like because they kept mentioning the Temple of Brazier, like they were never going for the amulet. They were always going to that one.
Do you know what's funny is my dyslexia the whole way through that read that as I assume
Brazier.
dyslexia never thing, but yeah, Brazier, like brazier and things like this, and I was like, oh, I don't know what that is, but that will be some cool item, and then. It was just a bra. It was a bra. And he had to fight some, and that was cool how it killed him, and then turns out that, comes back to
God
life.
Was like, you're cool, bro.
Yeah,
you're good. I get you. Have a look at my underwear.
Yeah, you're welcome. Here's the bra. You like it? Yeah, nice. And I thought you did. Yeah, and why are you seeking this? Is it for power? No, just for shits and giggles. Cool. There you go.
You came here by accident. Oh, well then, all right, cool.
And it makes sense. That works. Yeah, totally. Yeah. That's why everyone else would die, because they all want the power of the bra.
And he's like, well, I mean, no, you can have it. I don't really want it.
Very, very cool. And such a funny way that they got to that point. It reminded me a bit of like log poses. From One Piece, the little compasses that they would get that would take them to correct areas and stuff like that. And yeah, just a random market guy doesn't like being haggled so much, so gives them the wrong directions. It's just like this random dude who was out of nowhere just fucked up he was just murdering people for no reason. What a dick.
Keep making money, right?
You ain't gonna make it if you keep sending your customers into the Brazier
if they're one-time customers.
Yeah, fair.
That guy was a sneaky Khajiit, right? He wasn't a cat, but he was definitely a Khajiit.
One other thing I wanted to mention was that when they go to the library, it's kind of a sad moment. It's Corpo. You find out that the guys in charge of the library are actually
they're all sold out.
Yeah, and then used
a hot tub.
Use some mercenaries to make it look like they weren't the guilty party. And you were I don't know about you, but I was hoping that they were going to get a mouthful of Francis, like they were going to storm in there and start fucking them up. But just so depressed and so upset about the situation, and knew nothing was going to change. So just went, fuck it, I'm going home.
That was so weird. Like, I think maybe that was to bring you down, so that when you we went into the underworld and met all the other orcs, and it went so well that it was like, oh yeah, great, cool. These people were sweet. So it was good writing.
Yeah, and it was well written. And for what it was, did really well. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Honestly, this is like a story you could probably read Bowie to bedtime.
There's certain things I might keep out. There is some...
well, you can skip over some things. But if she wants a long story, I'm not talking about sitting with her reading the picture, but I'm talking about like you in the chair and her in the bed. I can't wait for that. Oh yeah, I know. That's why I thought I'd bring it up. Good. And then by that age, there's probably some of it you could leave in as well.
It would be nice.
So I'm talking like in 3-4 years. I'm talking about right now.
yeah, so I would definitely rate The Legend of Our. I would recommend people go read it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I am very excited about reading more Dungeon Crawler, Carl. That's
I read 3.5 of them in, well, 3 1/3 in like a week.
that's insane. That's insane. I'm getting through it.
I've been reading like in most of my spare time. Like when I got home from work on my late, so I was just like, I'm not gonna play games. I'm just gonna whack on something and read. And then like, if I go out and smoke now, I read. If I'm on the train, I read. Before bed, I read. When I wake up, I read.
So you're in the zone.
It's just like all these little 15, 20-minute sessions. Just like they all add up.
Add it up.
Yeah.
Well, they do.
Like a chapter in a bit. You know, you still get through it.
Yeah. Good work. Good work. Well, the funny thing, and we will talk about it, I'm sure, when we get to Dungeon Crawler in depth, but when I first started reading it, I sort of confused myself because I was remembering the last books, but the way I remembered them was like an animated series. I know it sounds weird. I think I watched too much Invincible, but I was picturing Dungeon Crawler as an animated series, and I'd forgotten that I just read it. But it's so descriptive, and I've got such a strong picture that when I remember the book, I don't remember reading it. I remember now a cartoon that I've created. It's fucking weird.
I've got to refind that webtoon that I found.
Oh, yeah.
So it was only a few chapters, but I wonder if he's finished the first floor yet on that. That'd be cool.
Well, there is another one. Maybe we should pay it some homage when we start doing this Dungeon Crawler deep divey thing. But I think there's another crawler that they follow for a little bit.
Oh, Florin. Yeah. Yeah, the alligator guy.
Yeah.
He's got there's a comic,
isn't there?
It's either that or it's a graphic novel.
Okay.
I think I'll have a look and do some
research. We'll let you know.
Because I was actually, it's weird that you say that, because I was actually going to say that like I might not pick a book at some point in the future and pick like a fat graphic novel or like 2 or 3 graphic novels, or maybe like a comic series, like a short one.
Yeah, technically,
that would be cool. Because I feel like maybe like after Invincible series is finished, we could do, well, this season even, we could read Invincible.
Man, I loved Invincible so much.
Yeah,
that's my favorite series.
I've read it 3 times, like that, and The Walking Dead probably as well, because that's a bit long though. That is phenomenal. I would put, for quality of writing and the story, Kirkman, that is a masterpiece. That comic series. I regret not reading it sooner.
Okay.
That sort of thing. When I finished reading it, I was blown away. It's so much better than the show. So much better.
I do see then a slight divergence. So look up for future episodes of the Beyond Worldz comic book club.
There's a show that I used to watch called...
We're just adding in words.
Have you ever seen Comic Book Men?
Yeah. Because that was the store that...
Yeah, Smith's store.
Yeah.
Me and Phil used to watch loads of that.
Yeah.
That was fun.
But yeah, so Beyond Worldz comic book club coming up.
It's just a bit different. You know, we've done a lot of books and we do this a lot. So if I can find a comic series, or we could even be like a short manga or something. You know?
Well, what would be fun as well, if you've got this far in the podcast or YouTube video, thank you so much. You're amazing. Now, not many people comment. It's not something that many people do. What we'd like, if you chuck in a comment of something that maybe you'd like us to read, it doesn't guarantee it's going to happen, but we would definitely like some suggestions. So let us know what you think.
Throw some comics out there.
Yeah, 100%.
If you know any, because I read the generic stuff.
But yeah, that'd be awesome. So do that. Until next time, I've been Beyond Joe.
And I'm Stephen.
And thank you for joining us.
And